All right. We got no. What talking about we
What?
no. No,
What you mean?
not yet. We're on YouTube, but not on Facebook yet.
See, that's why, Carson, I'm gonna need you to brush up on your skills, man. You just been promoted. Just been
Good
promoted.
luck.
I got faith in you, Carson.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Caps and Combos, Season 2, Episode 4. Guys, we're super excited. I'm still trying to process and believe that how far we come. When we first started our podcast, my brother was telling me that only 95% of podcasts don't make it past episode 1, and then 99% of them don't make it past episode 20, and we are 24 episodes in, and it's still surreal. How it's I'm still just flabbergasted.
That's a big word. Flabbergasted. Yeah, but for sure. This is like 24 in. I think we're doing a bang up job. We have a lot of special guests that come through, and then just when we shoot the stuff on Wednesdays, it's awesome. Like I've never gotten to know anybody as intimate as I've gotten to know you guys, and where you stand on a lot of topics that we discuss. So it's really great to have you guys on here. My name is Bob G, your web design strategist. I'll be here to answer any questions or anything regarding building up a website for yourself. If you have any in the future, just let me know what's up.
I'm Lamont. I'm your metric specialist, and since we started this podcast, we've been dabbling in different intros, and they kept saying mine was too long, and you take up 24 hours for your intro. Now Bob is just spearheading it, with his, never mind that. I'm a metric specialist. So if you ever need metrics in your business, metrics are there to grow your business. Let the metrics tell you where to go, what to do, and how to do it. And metrics will help you get it done. I'm Lamar Brathwaite. That's the show for today. Tuning out. Well, it's a lot going on in the world today, man. What's the date? The 18th? Oh, y'all got one more day. One more day.
Oh yeah,
Guess what's going to happen?
for
Oh
the
yeah.
ban
Oh
for
yeah.
the
Oh
ban.
yeah. We're going to touch up on a lot of things today. We're going to touch up about entrepreneurship, as well as casual life, what's going on in the world today, and of course what's leading the trend is the TikTok. So we're going to get into it with our special guest Danielle Dominguez. Make sure I say the right. Wait, let me say the whole name. Am I allowed to say the whole name?
Yeah, if you want to say the whole name, go right ahead.
No, I'm not going to mess this up. Danielle Galicia Dominguez,
And
the
you're the
one and
first
only.
person in the world to get it right.
That's awesome.
Metrics
No, 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 no,
specialist. What?
Danielle, please do not inflate his ego. Please, it's already inflated enough. Don't give him more fire.
It's
Don't
it's
please
too
do not.
late. It's too late.
It should be
You
called
No,
the
knew it was too
Lamont
late when we
Brathwaite
came on
Show.
live today.
it's true. It's true, though. He's the first one to actually pronounce it correctly because everyone chops it up. It's either Galicia or Garcia. I'm like, where's the R?
That's
And see
awesome.
that welcome in, and then we're thank you for taking some time out of your busy schedule, because we know you're a busy
Anytime.
person on a Saturday morning. I'm not sure what everybody else does on a Saturday morning, but me, I tap into my metrics daily, and I teach people how to run their business the right way with the numbers. If you look at the numbers, you know what? Enough of that. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good. Besides living the life and waiting for the snowstorm to hit again. Yep, another round two tomorrow.
So
I'm
where
jealous of
where are you
that because
located?
I live in Pennsylvania.
Oh wow, I was there a couple months ago. It's really nice.
Interesting.
It's really nice. Yeah, yeah. No, but it wasn't bad. Like I got to see like the stadium that's out there, where the Pirates play. And it was just like really cool. Like very what do you call it? Like warehousey and industrial. in the park?
Yeah,
What was that?
so basically that is what my background is. I am originally from Bedford County in Pennsylvania, so it'd be like on the western side of PA. So I lived an hour and 20 minutes away from Pittsburgh.
Okay.
So, and I did go to the university out there as well. So Pittsburgh was my stomping ground for like 3 years. And then I moved to central PA. So I am close to the capital. I'm an hour away from Harrisburg.
Awesome.
Cool.
Awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I'm in
So
the middle now and we get hit. Yeah, we get hit with snow, not like we used to, but every time it snows now, they're like, not even a flake on the ground. They're already calling school off today for the next day. And I went
Hey,
I bet the kids
so
love that.
Danielle,
and I went to school in like a foot of snow, and then they were like, "Oh, we should send the kids home," you know.
Jesus.
well,
Come to
so to
Germany,
be
you know,
honest, like
close
so
for nothing.
Bob and I are here. So Bob and I are here in Florida, and they're saying we might get some snow on Tuesday or next week. So like we're like kind of like low key excited. Well, I'm pretty kind of excited if that's the case because I mean last time it snowed here in Florida was like in the late '80s, early '90s, I believe. But then again, whenever they overhype something, it never really happened. Turns out the way it's supposed to. So we'll see how that happens, and then if we can walk out,
Well,
and if it
the
snows,
fact
then cool.
the fact on with Florida and the lower states now, since all the world is changing, you know, the global fact and da 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 that they say. I have seen that now the temperatures are dipping clear down into Texas and Florida, and you guys are getting like ice and stuff that never happened before. Like never seen snow in Tennessee, and I was like, "What?" It's Tornado Alley. So I was like,
Yeah.
"No snow there."
So
So
is that
Danielle, can you?
attributed?
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead,
Yeah, is that
Lamont.
attributed to global warming or El Nino? I don't know what's going on over here. Everything is flip flop. So if y'all
Boy, I
starting to
can't
get
even
snow
I
now,
can't even keep track of El Nino and La Nina. I just look at the weather the next day and say, okay, we're having sun today. Like I can't keep track of all that. I'm like, is it sunny? Is it raining? Do I need to wear a winter coat? Like it that's about how I live right now.
Literally one day at a time.
well,
Yep.
Hey, so Danielle, tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, what were you doing before you decided to, like, venture off into the entrepreneurial world and start kicking it for yourself?
Well, as growing up as a kid, you know, when you're a kid, you don't think of anything. So it's just like you just do what you need to do. I used to be a warehouse geek, if you want to call it that. So I was in the warehouse world since I was 18. Been if you all know about, forklifts and stuff like that, I was a trainer, certifier, all that. Then I went off to the warehouse world and started working in corrections for juveniles. So I did that for about 7 years and got out of that, dabbled in immigration paralegal. Like I'm a jack of all trades. So then I met one of my friends, it's probably be about 2 years now. And we still can't remember how we found each other. She's in the, affiliate marketing, digital marketing, whatever you want to call it. Everybody likes to separate it, but it's still the same thing. It's still the same thing. To me, it's just digital marketing. And started to dabble in that in a little bit. So like I'm still a beginner. I'm still learning. There's a lot to learn. But the stuff that I am seeing, it is blowing my mind, if I can put
So
it that way.
how long have you been in the game now in the digital marketing, affiliate marketing space?
I started like looking at everything, I say about a year and a half ago, but then I
Okay.
fell off because I didn't think it was for me. I didn't think I had the mindset for it. Every beginner, they start that travel where it's like, I can't do this. I don't have time to do this. I don't have the money to do this. I was in that boat. I was in that boat, and I have to sit and pick and choose very, very strictly on what I do. And then I found a couple of things and it's just starting to grow and it's happening before my eyes. And it's like since January, because I've been talking to Lamont for a lot, here and there. And I was in a car accident over Thanksgiving, and I took a break from it because it was just too much, handling an accident. I do still have a full-time job. I'm not at that moment yet where I'm like money. So it takes work. So I took a break. So then January come around and now I'm back right to it. So like now I'm starting to build stuff. I'm starting to learn other ways to it. And I just want to let everybody know that it takes work. It doesn't happen overnight. And
Yeah.
you have to stay with it. If you don't stay with it and you lose it and you say, hey, I'm not going to do this, then don't do it. But the other thing is like, you need to, like, so that's what my point of view is now. Like I want, reaching out to like people that are where I'm at, that are struggling, stuff like that. And
Yeah.
it amazes me with all these programs, but you just got to be careful. I mean, you just got to be
Yeah.
careful in what you do.
Yeah.
Lamont is the carrier of like all the programs that ever existed ever since the dawn of affiliate marketing and digital marketing ever.
So he has the what you call it, because I know my friend, she has to like you're a fishing rod, right? She has to throw that line and reel me back in, because I'm one of them type of people that I can get that SOS syndrome really fast.
The thing with Lamar is that like we'll be having a discussion or a meeting, and then be like, oh shoot, I have a program for that. I'm like, dude, what the heck? It's like migraine shit, and we're just like, man, I wish we could do this. Lamar's like, oh, I have it. Hold on, let me get the link. Hold on. And so, but it's so like it's the discussions we have are freaking they're hilarious. They're always we're never serious.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Danielle, and I was looking at your profile, and something that really caught my eye was the fact that you mentioned about having challenges and setbacks. And the thing that I like to really talk about with that is that if you're not having those, you're not going to be successful, because because if everything comes easy to you, then you're not doing it right. Because I mean, let's be honest here. If online marketing or digital marketing or whatever you want to call it, the online space, entrepreneurship was easy, we'd all be billionaires. We'd all be quitting our jobs. We'd all be living on yachts and whatever, or whatever, or whatever your fancy is, popping champagne, doing whatever. So I believe like when people are struggling, they're like, damn it, I'm not getting it. I'm like, no, you are. That's the thing. And it comes down to mindset and being like, hey, I'm struggling, but I'm also learning. Like you said, you're a learner. You're a learner. I'm a learner. Bob's a learner. Lamont's a learner.
Yeah.
We're all learners here. And whether you start at age 18, or you start at age 92. Who's echoing?
Whoever got their phone
Okay.
on.
Anyway, but I mean, like really, Brock said embracing the struggle, because it's what defines you. It allows you. It's going to be the start of your legacy. Embracing that struggle, where you came from to where you are now. And I mean, we're constantly molding ourselves, constantly growing, and being like, yeah. And like you said, the only way we can lose is if we quit, if we give up. It's okay to take a break, because we're human. We have to give ourselves that grace aspect. But I mean, if you keep going and be like, and just don't go out on a Friday night, don't go out on a Saturday night, just like either stay in and learn and grind and really like limit all distractions. That's what I would say to people. I mean, I know it sounds so simple, but it can be hard, but can also be very easy as well.
It is, and my point of view, it is hard. Like I'm a mother of 4, but all my kids are grown, so they're not in the house. So I don't have that where I have to, babies under my feet. But the thing is like I still have a full-time job, and it does require most of my attention, because I am a staffing manager. So I handle accounts where I put people to work. And with all of that, sometimes I'm still sitting at home at midnight, trying to put people to work. And even my boss is looking at me like, what are you doing? Because that's just the mentality I have. I just keep going. Like and I have to pace myself, because I'm finding out that I need to have that cutoff. Because if I don't, If I don't, I am going to burn out. So there's many times that I've had to like hide my computer at home, all three of them that I got, and turn them off and put them somewhere. And with my old mind, sometimes I forget. So it's just like I have to shut it down. Or I will work till 2 in the morning and then get up at 5 a.m. to go to work.
That's crazy.
Wow. So,
You know, I
you
Yeah.
know,
Lamont
a
does
lot
that.
of us do
Lamont
that
does that.
too.
I do that.
And
Yep.
I
It's just
mean,
that,
these guys
yeah.
sometimes, I'm not saying they take it for granted, but we're on different time zones. Like I'm 6 hours ahead of everybody else. So right when they feel like it's a good time to do some stuff, it's almost like midnight for me. But I'm primed for it. And sometimes, like you say, I'm up to 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, hey, I gotta stop. Because if I don't
Hmm.
stop, I don't know what's gonna happen. Because not only if I have anything prior to, in the morning when I get up, I just don't know what's gonna happen because I might sleep all day because I did
Right.
something, I said, well, I turn around, look, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. Wow, we still having this conversation. Me, Bob, and Carson probably be on
Hmm.
doing something, and I turn around and be like, man, I got to go to sleep. And then they were like, well, you going to finish that? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll hop off and then, and then I know I have a 6 hour
Or
buffer from the time that I get up to know that, okay, whatever they're going to do, they're just getting up. I got 6 hours to deal with first. But then it messes up my
Right.
whole day, and then it's already another day. So I understand how that feels. So what do you
well,
plan on putting in place to try to cut yourself off? Because you have to. Let's, like you said, burnout
Yeah.
is real.
I have to set boundaries. I have to start setting them boundaries with myself to be like, I have, like, I can even go through like a typical week for me. Okay. Is like my alarm goes off 5:30 a.m. in the morning. Run, grab the coffee. I'm still in whatever the heck I'm wearing, run to the office. I engagement, make sure my stuff is like running where it needs to be. And now I've started like making my post scheduled and stuff like that. So that cut a lot of time out.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing I do in the morning. Get ready, go to work, come home. I get off at 5. So if I have time at work, I check messages. I check this. I check engagement. I check, what I can. But then when I get home, then I have my time where I make my dinner because I have my husband, stuff like that. Can't leave him out of the mix because he got a little bit testy there for a while. And you know how he's like he just looks at me. He says, "You don't have time for me anymore."
Oh yeah.
And I just give him the ultimatum: either you want to retire or you want to sit here and just have me 24/7. Make your decision because I already know my decision. I'm going to make that point where I can sit here and say, I don't need to go to work anymore. And me, you can just go on vacations and live the life and let my business work for me. Or I can stay stuck in my 9 to 5 job, 8 to 5 job, actually, sometimes more, and
Yeah.
just burn myself out.
Yeah.
Sacrifices has to be made.
And it's like, and I'm a homebody anyway. So it's like,
Mm.
I went from being like going everywhere all the time, shopping, all this kind of stuff, and to like where I'm like, I think I spend more time in my office than I have ever spent in my life in an office now.
I have an uncle who has that busybody, I guess we'll call it syndrome. And I
Mm-hmm.
swear, like his wife gives him like, a honey-do list and stuff on top of the stuff that he already does, which is like tons. Um and it's like I fear for him because the day that he stops is, I think, unfortunately, it's the day that he's gonna pass away because he's not gonna
Yeah.
have that type of like,
Right.
interaction or the fire underneath him to keep going and stuff. And it's like it saddens me because I know that one of the reasons why I started this whole thing was so that I could have more time for my family and be there for my kids and stuff,
Right.
and having that time freedom. But him, it's like, it's like you already spend like 12 hours at work doing your thing to come home to a list of chores to then, like, maybe possibly get 4 or 5 hours of sleep before you have to do it all over again. And it's like 7 days a week for this guy. It's 7 days a
Yeah.
week for this guy. I've never seen him, like I've never walked into to their house and see him sitting in on the sofa watching TV. Never. Never, never, never. And I've known this guy for forever. Forever.
Yep. And when I started this, I think I've watched TV a total of 20 times in the past year.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Because I'm like, because like I said, I'm still a beginner. So I'm like still trying to like get everything in my head. But I found that if I do that, I'm getting overwhelmed because I can't learn everything at once. So it's like I need to stop and just work on first thing, then the second thing, then the third thing, because I can't move on until I master the first thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I mean,
yep.
I
So
think,
that's what's helping.
Sorry to cut you off, Danielle.
Yeah, so that's what's helping me now. So like I just picked something now that I need to master. I'm working on something right now with two of my friends, which you guys all know T. So, um,
Yeah.
and she tells me all the
Kinda.
time, slow down, girl. Come back into reality.
Yeah.
And she's like, we ain't doing this as that stuff. You were just working on this, and then we move on.
Words of
Because
advice.
I felt that I had to do everything, everything. And now it's like, no, I don't. Like it'll come, it'll build, but I have to do it on my pace, my time, and then when it hits, it's gonna hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's like the false interpretation of entrepreneurship, like that it happens like really overnight and it happens fast. And like if you grind, if you work 23 out of 24 hours, sleep for an hour, then you'll be more productive the next day or the next week. That's a bunch of BS. Because I mean, I don't care how hard you work, how much you grind, how much you hustle, whatever, like it's not gonna happen faster, to be honest, because I mean, you could be on Facebook the whole day, the whole night. You could be learning everything through the modules, trainings, whatever, but you're not going to progress. You're going to regress because, like you said, you're going to burn out. And we did an episode back in season 1 about avoiding burnout. And I mean, and I'm not saying TV is the outlet. Go for a walk, go outside, spend time with your family, because I mean, and you will lose your identity if you're on your computer all day or at your phone on your phone all day. Like you're like, who is this person? Like they have a name, but I don't know what it is. And I think people think entrepreneurship, you have to be committed 24/7. No, you don't. You can let your phone go. There are times I want to just chuck my phone in the freaking river, because I'm just so attached to it and I don't like it. And my mom's like, Carson, be present. I'm like, that's this person, And so, guys, if you're thinking about becoming an entrepreneur, remember who you are before you're an entrepreneur, because I mean that could easily change in a matter of a day or even a week. So stay true to yourself. That's something I want to tell people, and I can't stress enough because people lose themselves. They lose who they are, and everyone starts to notice, and you're the last person to notice.
Yeah, because I've seen that. I've seen that already. The person that I was and the person that I am now, I seen it like because I had a reality slap there in November. After that, it was like that week right after that accident. Like I had a big reality slap. Like people were like looking at me like, this ain't you. And I was getting mean. Like I was getting mean. I mean, I would snap at people, be like, they just look at me like, what is wrong with you? And I'm like, yo, you don't understand. Like, you just don't understand. I don't have time to explain right now, but they're like, you're getting mean. This is not you. And I'm like, oh, well, okay. Maybe I need to take a break and chill out for a while.
Yeah. So what is it that you're into now? Like, what are you promoting? What offers do you have?
Right now, the main thing, I'm working on right now. Actually, I'm working on building my own community. It is something that we just started. I'm working with my mentors on it. So I just had a call last night where I'm starting that. So I got to make my shell and all that stuff for the community and da 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 da. And then I do have what is that? Where it boosts your Facebook and social media platforms. It just automatically posts for you, and it's called Posties. So it's I'm using it, and my engagement, my social, all that has boosted up. The other one that I just got it, that we've been waiting this for like almost since the program started. It's an automatic trading bot, and it's called a smart trader, and it comes off a Profity system within our program. And I started doing it, and let me tell you something. I can go to sleep, and I wake up, and I made money, and that's what I like about it, because it's. I never thought it would happen, and I was like anyone else. I was leery on it. I wanted to like see it work for me before I would even start talking to people about it. But this thing is actually selling itself. Like it's a no-brainer. Anyone that likes investing, stuff like that. Like I'm sitting here, I start small, but I have other people in our program, in our group, that's doing big. You see what I'm saying? And I've seen people already. Take for example, our one mentor on the program. He chucked in $30,000 right off the rip, and he has already made an ROI of almost $5,000 in a month. So it's a lot to explain because I don't have like all the because I'm still new, So me like trying to promote it and everything, I still get help from someone else. But I'm seeing it happen before my eyes, and that's the one I really like. That's the one I really like right now. And then we have
So
some content creation platforms as well that helps
just
others,
to backtrack a little bit,
Mhm.
I'm curious. I'm sorry, guys. I know we don't normally talk
He's like,
about
I'm
this, but
curious now.
I am curious. So it's basically a bot that will go in to the stock market, make some plays for you as
It
far as
is
like.
a what you have to do is first is that you have to get into the Profity system, and you get into the Profity system, and you do have a subscription that you pay there to have that system. But you can either pick between one profit source or six. So it all depends on what level you're at. Okay. And then I'm learning just a little bit, so I might be a little rusty on this. And then I did a 505 staking contract because that will take you up to the next level. So there's like 3 levels. You can go 5%, 10%, 15%. Then you have a bot, which they just turn on within the Profity system, the smart trader. And then you put another amount of money in there and you just let it grow. It just trades for you.
I
Okay,
like that because
okay,
So
I
it's
have
that's
trading
pretty
something
cool.
that
experience.
Yeah.
it's something that has to be shown. I really can't put it into words. It would have to be shown. So that's why I'm like, I'm gonna start booking calls with people because it has to be shown. Like I can't sit here and put it into words. You have to actually see it working. Like this is how you do it. This is what you do. And if you're interested in it, then we go from there and get you signed up. Because
Yeah.
trust me, I like it. I like it. And I was like, I don't have to sit. And the one thing I like is that I don't know nothing about trading. So it does it for me.
Right. Right.
And like other people, they sit there with trading and they're like, how they're glued to their phones, buy and sell, buy, sell, buy,
Yeah.
sell.
Yeah.
I don't have to do that. I log into my account maybe once, twice a day to see where my money's at and how
That's
much is
cool.
growing.
That would be
Yeah.
me.
Yep.
That would be
Yeah.
me.
So when I go to work in the morning, I'm in here in the office, like I said, I check it. Okay. Nice. I'll come home at night and you will have, it's just like regular trading. You might have a loss here and there. I have losses, I have wins, but it just keeps going up every day. So
That's
I
really
have
cool.
more
It's
wins than
funny
I
you
have
mentioned.
losses.
I'm
So
more
it
of
all depends on what
a
level you're
day
on.
trader. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm more of a day trader and stuff. Well, not really a day trader per se because you have to have like 10K in there in order to
hmm
be a day trader.
And this
But
is the thing
I
is you
follow the
don't
market.
have to, yeah, this is the thing is you don't have to have 10K in there.
Hmm.
So even if you're at the highest level, I started very small. Like I'm talking like $100. Like I'm like I'm like I ain't got all that to put in there, but I'll get there. because it's going up. So my account, I put $150 in it. That's where I started. When the bot turned on in December 11th, it went live. So by January 3rd, I had grown like $10 in a month. But I'm at the lowest level because I'm just trying it out. Now, my friend, she got almost 1,200 in a month because she put more in. So it all depends on what you put in, what the ROI is going to be, and what level you're at.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Danielle, I have a quick question. So, like, you keep mentoring, I can't speak. I'm a speech therapist. Jeez Louise, guys, what the hell's going on? And I get paid for this? Good God. Anyway, you keep mentioning a mentor / coach. Now, I think a lot of people that are not familiar with those terms, like they'll see, like people will comment on your post for engagement interaction, and then they'll go to their profile. Oh, I'm a whatever, blah, 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 coach or and they'll never really say mentor. But like, can you answer the negative stigma that comes with those terms? Because a lot of people outside of the entrepreneurial online space say, well, why do I need a coach? Why do I need a mentor? I mean, because and I'm sure maybe not all of us have played sports in our life, but like we had a coach telling us what to do. And so can you just answer that for, for those in the back that might not understand the importance of having that mentor or / coach in their life and being able to further their business to the point where then they learn a lot, and they can not necessarily lean on a mentor, but be able to expand beyond.
Yeah, the thing is with that is that I straight up 100% will agree. You need someone to help you guide. You need that mentor / coach. You cannot, anybody that's doing it themselves, you are, how can I put it? You're not going to get the same. Exactly, because you don't know what you're doing. I straight up the rip. You can't do it yourself.
Losing more money.
You don't know what you're doing, and you're going to buy anything out there, and you are just going to try everything. And by the time you're done, you're going to spend like $50K that you could have spent on a car. Yeah, you need to find a good coach. You need to find one that's reliable, and has the experience. And like I said, all of us have been in the same place. All of us have been beginners. And I was just lucky to fall on to two people that care, and they care about their community, and they love teaching us. And you're going to need that person. But you do, like I said, you need to find the right one. You can't just go out there and just say, okay, I'm going to choose this one. Look at their reviews, or if they're on Facebook, get some testimonials. Make sure that you're getting into the right thing. But once you have that coach and they're showing you and guiding you, you will actually see the change in the things that you're doing to get you to the right place. But if you're doing it by yourself, it's too much, because you don't know where to look. You don't know where to start. You don't know what you're doing at all.
And you'll one of my main
I'm all about being.
You'll fail. Definitely fail.
It's a lesson to be learned in those.
Hey, I'm all about being independent. That's fine. But I mean, it comes to a point where you have to be like, okay, I need help. You have to swallow your pride, swallow that big pill we call pride, and really just allow yourself to be coached. Because if someone says, I'm coachable, I'm willing to learn, but then they do everything opposite, you're like, homeboy, homegirl, what the hell is going on? You came to me, you have what you resonate with me, because let's be honest, you're not, I hate the word buying or selling, but like you're pairing up with me. You're not pairing up with what I have to offer. You're pairing up with the brand, like with Carson, with Bob, with Lamont, with you, Danielle. And so I think people are like, I can do it by myself. And then they wonder why they're losing capital, losing finances, because they think that they're so star-spangled awesome that they can just do it by themselves. Or
Right.
in Germany, I don't know what the flag is in Germany, but so but yeah, it's really
I don't know
But
what the flag
hey,
is in Germany.
I said that because we're in America, Lamont. That's the only reason I said that.
But I'm American.
But I mean, anyway, we digress. But yeah, so I think that really needs to be addressed because people get the wrong idea about having a mentor or a coach, and they think it's just like a more of a handicap when it's actually one of the most like the biggest blessings that you can ever have in your life.
Yeah, you definitely need one, because if you just go like get into something and you're not listening to the person that sold it to you, or and you just want to take it and try to promote it yourself, it's not going to work. I've done it. It's not going to work. You have to listen and you have to build that plan with them. And that's what I'm doing now, like starting from zero. Like I told Lamont the other day, I said, I'm not starting from ground zero, but I'm pivoting from zero to start new. See what I'm saying? I'm not reopening a whole new social media profiles and stuff like that. That's just too much. But I'm starting where I'm at and just making a slow pivot to get the people used to where I'm going.
Yeah. I think that, like, if you take like anyone who's listening out there, take the words of advice from Danielle, and all of us. If you're going to be looking for a coach or a mentor or somebody of that, stature and position, be sure to do your research. I have scoured Facebook and a couple of other places and seen self-proclaimed coaches that have no freaking clue what it is that they're talking about. So do your due diligence, make sure you research, get those testimonials like that, like Danielle was talking about, and just be certain, that because this is not free. This is not free. You're gonna be spending a little bit of money. You're gonna be spending a lot of time, and you're hoping that the return on investment is gonna be there to kind of like support all of that. So make sure you do your research and make sure that you're putting your money and your time and your energy in the right place.
Yeah, and like with
That's
mine, even you're finding the men and the coaches like you, and that was another thing. The things I'm seeing is money. I don't have the money. I started out with $0, zero, and I'm doing it. I'm finding it, and now, yeah, I put money into it, like not thousands of dollars, but I started out small, and I'm doing it.
Right.
Anybody can do it. Okay, stop going to Starbucks for a day or every day, and look at how much money you save. Me, I went from, I used to be a heavy smoker. I stopped smoking. So now the money that I used when I was buying cigarettes and stuff like that is going into my business.
Used for other things. Yep.
Exactly. And that's like $600 right there. So anywhere between $400 to $600 I was spending a month. And where's it going now?
That's a lot.
Well, let me tell you, I had a lot of stress. Okay.
Well, it's not only that of stress, but the cost of cigarettes
the cost
is
like,
ridiculous.
The cost of cigarettes went from like $5 to like now you're up to like $12 in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, it's nuts.
In New York, you're spending about $21 a pack.
$21. Yeah. When I went to visit last time, they told me $20.
Yeah, $21. I said I'll never go to New York again.
It's time for me to go on 42nd Street so I can get some bootleg version of cigarettes because I'm not finna spend $20. It's $1 a stick. I'm not finna do that. But
as soon as I hit the $10 mark, I was done. I was like, I'm done. And plus my health anyway, because I've been losing weight and stuff like that because I am diabetic. So I had to cut that out as well. It was something that I had to get rid of. But when you sit there and looked at how much I spent a month, that is what I'm using for my business.
Yeah.
So it's little things like that. You don't need high price coffee. Okay. You don't need to go buy Gucci bags or whatever, build your business. Take that money and build your
Louis
business.
Vuitton, actually. You gotta write LB, guys. Come on.
Oh my god.
Well, LB is in my name, so
Yeah.
LB is in my name.
I said LB. I stutter, so give me a break. Thank you so much. It's an LB, not LB. But appreciate it. Thank you.
We'll let you slide. We'll let you
I
slide.
overcame that struggle. Cha-cha slide. Thank you so much. Yeah, and so Danielle, thank you for just giving us insight and inspiration. We each of the guests that come on here really give us something to think about, something to ponder, and I never leave empty. I can't speak for Bob or Lamont, but I mean me for myself, and I'm sure our audience love just hearing everyone's stories, everyone's start. I mean, first and foremost, the start is where it's at. It's where you really bring people in, and people can know, like, and trust you. And I just want to say thank you from Captain Combos for all the time. So.
Oh yes, no problem. And like I
sure,
tell everybody, the last word of thought. I have a video on my Facebook profile that says, "Just do it," because that's my attitude. Just do it.
Absolutely.
Look at him, hitting that Nike symbol.
That's right.
Just do it. I mean, because a lot of people are afraid.
I just follow baby Yoda.
Oh, okay. Well, in the words of Baby Yoda, do it just.
Just do it.
Now we're going to open up a little 5-minute Q&A. If anybody in the audience have anything to ask, whether it's asking Carson, Bob, or Danielle, or myself, now's the time to get those questions across, because there's a lot of things going on in the industry, and what you never know what somebody else knows. So we're going to keep that open for about 5 minutes while we wind down. And while we're winding down, I want to not just cut off, but TikTok is a thing, and I have to throw this in there. What are your thoughts on TikTok being banned? Is it really going to happen? What's going to happen? Are you on there? Are you marketing there? What's happening over there on TikTok? Because I'm not in the States, so I don't know what's going on.
Let me tell you something. Oh, I'm on TikTok. I got 3 accounts, and let me tell you something. One account's got over 3,300 people on it, followers that I got on there, because I just like to be an idiot. Because I just got that side to me where I like to be funny. Okay. And I have to keep it separate from my marketing, because it just won't go. It won't jive. Because everybody will be like, what is wrong with this girl? And I'm a type of person. I like to have fun. I like to be funny, and I like my learning to be funny. So that's the type of person I am. So I got over 3,000 some over there. And if TikTok is freaking banned, I'm going to have to go in there and download all them videos that I made, because I will lose them.
Wow. Yeah, you got to have that backup so you can, stream it somewhere else, like IG or Facebook or somewhere else.
Yeah. And I had one on there actually where I dressed up in a gorilla suit. Lime green. And everybody was asking me what was wrong with me. It was a thing that I did. The Grinch, right?
Yeah, what happened was I was about to say that.
If you watch TikTok, there's one on there called Mr. Grouchy, and he's a Grinch, and he'll go into Walmart around the United States, and he'll just start dancing in Walmart. Well, this chick got the idea just to be different and get a lime green gorilla suit, and I was dancing around.
I'm gonna have to go look that up. I didn't see that one. Right. Well.
Oh yeah. It's actually, I'm gonna go through it now before it gets banned and download the freaking thing, because I don't want to lose it. I don't want to lose it.
Understood. But from what I hear is you're not gonna lose anything too much. It's just gonna be, once you start re-uploading after the date, then it's going to be kind of hard to push it out, because they're not going to push the algorithm or anything like that. So it is what it is after that. You'll still be able to log in. You'll still be able to play around. But as far as engagement and stuff like that, you won't be getting it. That's the main part from what I heard of what's going on now. But you never know. I mean, you turn the page to tomorrow, they might just black site it all together for the U.S. residents. So I'm not sure what's going to happen, but I'm safe over here in Germany. I think I'm going to stay over here and do my little TikTok dance. So I might take that little green uniform, and I might go out and start dancing and bring all the people that y'all dropped off. I'm going to bring them over here.
Do that.
Oh,
that's not a bad plan.
That's why. That's why I decided to download Lemonade. I decided to download Lemonade, and I'm looking at it this can work. because I just
Lemon
put like one
8.
post on lemon. It's called Lemon 8. It's powered by TikTok. And I was like, okay, so I went over there and downloaded an account like 2 days ago, maybe 3 days ago. And just no, it's been since Christmas. I'm lying. It's been since Christmas. So just pop the little things in there. And then I put one, a question for digital marketers on there. And a simple question. Why have you not started your business?
Yeah.
And it hit 193 people. And I got like 35 comments on it.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
And then my profile went from 2 views to like 827.
That's
And I'm
really
like,
cool.
this will work. So if TikTok don't want to push it out, backup was Lemonade.
Yeah, I gotta write that
All
one
right.
down. Lemon 8. That's cool.
It's
That's
like, I gotta
cool.
write that
Hell
down.
yeah.
Well, that's going to be a wrap
And
for
I'm
us.
still trying to find
Oh, wait. No,
the
no, go ahead.
red
Get that
one,
out. Get
but
that out.
I can't read Chinese. So yeah, the other
Uh,
one it's red something.
Red
Red
note, I
dot
think.
or
That's
something
what I
like
heard.
that. Yeah, and I can't read Chinese, so I don't know what to click and I don't know where to go. And I mean, it looks like TikTok, but I just don't know what to click on because it's all in Chinese. I
Well,
can't read it.
well,
Google
if it's
Translate.
all in Chinese, you might.
Copy and paste.
No, no, just
Yeah.
don't go in because that's just something else they're going to try to shadow ban. So if it's in
Yeah, I was
Chinese,
like, I
then
mean, it has the
you might
same
not want to do
videos,
it.
like same videos like TikTok, but I just can't read all the rating on where to like. Yeah, I'm like, nope, I deleted it. I deleted it. Sorry.
Well, Danielle,
All
thank you
right.
so much for coming to hang out with us today. If you can't, just
Oh, it's
hang
been a
out in the
pleasure.
back room for a little bit while we capture your audio and your video, and we'll see you in a bit. Guys, that was fantastic. That was absolutely
Oh
fantastic.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Absolutely fantastic. It's
We
cool. It's cool to see somebody like from actually here stateside. Like she's not a spring chicken or anything, but she's going
yeah,
hard. She's going hard at
yeah.
it. And I got it.
In the paint.
I just
That's
admire that. I admire that a lot.
that's how you're supposed to be,
Yeah, I
and
mean,
that's the biggest thing about it. If you have good intentions coming in and you have a follow through is what I want to call. If you don't follow through with what you're going to do, you'll never finish. You'll never get to where you want to be or get to where you actually need to be. And that's one of the things coming in. You got to have that intent. If you don't have that intent, you're just going to go around in a circle. Not the circle that's created, but the circle you're creating for yourself, and then you might get run over by your own circle.
Yep. Yep.
yeah, and I mean, I think it's just I feel like Danielle, for example, is I would say a new brand of entrepreneurs, like authentic, real entrepreneurs, because I just feel like the market or just like the online space is a bunch of wannabe entrepreneurs, and hear me out here. Um, it's just they're more about their self glory and their lifestyle, and they have no problem showcasing it. But I mean, as soon as like a baby entrepreneur or someone who might not have the most success is like wondering if they're going to get paid next week or something like that,
Yeah,
And so
yeah,
I just really, um, it's a breath of fresh air. And then we had Danielle on, we had Amy on, and all of our guests so far have been amazing. And it really just shows me that there is hope for those that actually want to genuinely help people, not just peruse their lifestyle. So it just really kind of opened my eyes and allowed me to be like, thank God, that we have authentic entrepreneurs.
yeah.
For sure. For sure.
Agreed.
Well, from over here in digital land, I want to thank everybody for making it out and listening to our little session today. We will see you again on Wednesday with something that we're going to talk about. But until then,
Great,
this
dude.
is right. Until then, this is Bob G, your web design strategist.
This is
Wow.
Carson Steffen, the mystery man.
And I'm Lamar Brathwaite, your marketing specialist. And if you ever need marketing specialists in your business, please contact me. Don't hesitate. Don't keep your business waiting. That's all I got to say, Bob. You can cut us off now.
We've been cut off for 5 minutes now. Peace.
Oh, that's messed up, man.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. All right.
Gotta click the stop button, homie.
Hold on, man. Slow your roll.
So we got Brock in the house. We want to get him in. Brock was our